Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got the background today just so it will annoy you. Hey, I want to thank you for being in this live feed. Thank you if you're watching the replay because there's several of you that are in the replay game because we go too early in the morning. And it's Friday. So it's Friday the 13th. Dear, 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 dear. So that was a horrible imitation of horror music. So, despite my appearance, I'm not a huge fan of horror movies. I like suspense movies, but like the whole slasher flick thing, that's I'm not a big fan of that. But hey, we got some people in here, and it's Friday, so I hope you've had a profitable and good week. I know there's a lot of doom and gloom on the horizon, but there's also hope. So just know that, right? Just know that. So let's do this here. I am not enjoying this green screen, so let's see here. Yeah, let's take it out. I need a better. I don't know. That's no good either. So, anyways, we got some people in here, and this is going to be a shorter video. I want to announce some things that are coming up for the morning coffee lives with the help of CDM Broker. We're going to put some stuff together. We've already got one in the chamber, and but I don't think I'm going to do that today because I really don't need this live feed to go over an hour, and I think it will because a lot of you are curious about what's going on the other side of the phone when it comes to dealing with brokers. And CDN has agreed to help me out a little bit, help get his message out. And CDN Broker is one of those guys that appears to not want anything in return. He just generally wants to help. He generally wants to educate, which we need more people like that. We need more people that want to help without an agenda or a narrative. Because in this world of narratives, people are more about what they what you can do for them versus what they can do for you, and it's all about me, right? So, and I guess that's it's always been like that. It's just now that my eyes are open to it. So, but anyways, we'll do some shout outs. We got about 25 people in here, so good deal, man. Good deal. Um, if you don't mind, hit the thumbs up and hit the like. And, well, I mean, that's the same thing, right? And make sure you subscribe. If this is your first time here, we talk about anything and everything related to trucking. Sometimes we hit upon other subjects such as driver health and music. So, anyways, and then make sure you subscribe to my other channel, Snorelord OG. That way we can educate you on some other things, or at least not educate, but at least open your mind. Because I don't really consider myself an educator. I consider myself a guy who's just has his eyes wide open for the most part. So, with that being said, let's go with the shout outs. We have Overtax in Minnesota. Good morning. Schmitty Trucker, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Pale Rider TV, I hope you're going live tonight. Guys, check out Pale Rider TV's channel. He does some great Friday night live shows. Every now and then he lets me invade the chat and the StreamYard and you know trash the place, I guess, and all that. So CDN Freight Broker, good morning. Desert Okie Pam. And CDM, we're going to start with your stuff next week. We're going to start on Monday probably. So TK, hey now, what's up? Morning, Steve and all. Nomadic Brit. How'd you get the font to do that? GBUSCA. What's that even mean? Banging and Beards, yes. LVC's got the point. There you go. Let's see, everybody's saying hi to each other, so we won't highlight those. John, good morning. I will be contacting you shortly to go over a few things. Let's see, Big Houston, LBC saying hi. Ratman Roden, what's up? Good to see you, my friend. I hope you enjoyed your stay in Joplin. And if you picked up at the Tahoe plant, I used to go down there every now and then when I was a Tracker Marine guy, back when I worked for R&D. our bass player, our old bass player before my wife took over, he would do the texture on the steps of the Tahoe boats, the non-slip. Um, so the customer can safely jump from the back of the boat, whatever. That was his jam. So Nani Luke, good morning to you. Let's see. John, did you buy the dip at 26,000? You know, crypto has been cray. It's been like a roller coaster, like an EKG. It's like up, down, up, down, up, down. And yeah, so I'm losing a lot of money. I'm losing a little bit of money on the stock market in general. So I think we all are. Uh, Everybody's saying hi to each other. Spooby, good morning, Spooby. Are you still doing the carnivore thing? So I've got a couple more people on that train and they're enjoying it. Let's see. LVC Stack John trying to become a whole coiner. Good luck with that. Crush the like button. Thank you. Crush it. Crush. Jerome, what's up, man? Like your TikToks, Ratman Run. Oh, Ratman's gone to the dark side. Moment of silence. And those are my thoughts about TikTok. All right, so hey, but to each his own, right? I don't judge because I have no room to judge. Anyways, a lot of okay, you gotta love it. Kaislin, this broker's awful. What's going on, Kaislin? What's going on? Tell me what's going on because I want to know. By the way, if you feel like you don't want to deal with the brokers and you think I can do a good job despite what other people might think, I can help you find a load, right? I can help you find a load. Yep, the Tahoe plant. Good deal, man. Tracker Marine owns that. So, I judge. You hate my shirt? It's a Monomarth. How can you hate a Monomarth? Man, LBC. It's Viking. Little Viking coach, right? LOL. No, you don't. No, I don't what? I forgot what I even said to you. Anyways, Rick, what's up? Grafton's in the house. Good to see you guys. Tag-alongs in here. Good morning. We're getting the numbers up there, so that's good. That's good. And the more numbers we get, the more you guys hit the thumbs up, the more this message gets out. And it's Friday the 13th. What are you going to do, right? If you're in the spot market, hopefully you've staged your weekend. If not, there's still a little bit of time. Truckers Education Network, start over. We are just now starting over right now. So, heart, thumbs up, YouTube algorithm, because that is what rules us all, right? That's what rules us all. But no, if is Ratman in Facebook jail? No, he probably just, I've been off of Facebook. I did post something that I thought was important on the Snorelord Facebook page, but I did not partake in any of the Facebook activities because I'm pretty sure it's probably a crap show right now with the current Supreme Justice things and the current, things going on overseas and the current things going on with the trucking industry. And it's interesting times for sure. Times that we've been kind of, we've been seeing this storm in the horizon for quite a while. So let's see. Eugene says, Snorelord, good morning. And question, with today's load rate bi-weekly, what can an owner op make with your dispatch services? Right now, it depends on the driver, really, and depends on the platform. For dry van, we've been averaging about $9,000 a week, and that's considerably down. We were getting above 10, and the reefer guy that I was dispatching, he went back to contract freight. So um, it was a bit of a struggle for him, for both of us, because he was booking his truck a lot, and then Jeff booked his truck a couple of times, and it was definitely a challenge because I mean it's just like the reefer market just dropped like suddenly. It wasn't like a gradual thing. Whereas van, it's been gradual. Unless you're west of 35, then it's been. But I've been looking at the numbers, looking at everything, and it's getting to the point where um, you know it's having that extra set of eyes and staying one step ahead and knowing the information. I think that's the key, and that's what I offer. So um, hopefully. Two pickups, 4 hour different for pickups. Second pickup kept me 9 hours, and they knew it was a bad place and never said anything. They had to move my delivery a day later. Um, well, did you ask? Here's the thing: when I call on a load, I tend to ask the broker what the typical pickup time, especially if I ask who the customer is. Now, a lot of brokers, if they're not telling you the customer, that can be a red flag. Um, and that second pickup's a killer because they got you, right? Your first pickup after 8 hours, you're like, what? See ya, peace out, right? But for the second pickup, you've already got the freight in the first. So I tend to try to avoid multiple pickups because that's where a lot of problems are. Now, multiple deliveries is a different story and is a lot more doable, especially if you know the product and customers. If all your stops are grocery warehouses, then it's going to suck. But multiple pickups, I try not to risk because I've done that at Schneider. I did a 3 pickup load one time, and the second load filled up the rest of the trailer. So I had to call Schneider like, yeah, there's like no more room left. What do I do? And I almost lost the whole load, but they went ahead and had me deliver it anyways, and then they had to deal with the other some. So receiver only open till 12. They move it to this morning at 7. I get here and they tell me my appointment is till 9. Yep. Cool trucking morning, Steve. Wiper motor to arrive tomorrow. Thank God for semi-trucking yard. That motor is on national back order. Yeah, everything's on national back order, including and especially common sense. I heard about your other mishap too, so hopefully that's being resolved. What are you sipping on this morning? Just regular coffee in my Iron Maiden mug. Cheers. There's a lot of shenanigans when it comes to pickups. Jose, good morning. Booked a load with open window. Got the rate con, then 2 emails, one for pick, one for delivery, notifying me of the new appointment times, one of which was 2 a.m. Screw me for the next day. Thanks. T-Bone, I'm guessing that was probably one of the 2 mega brokers that tend to do that. So when I'm looking at multiple loads from multiple trucks, I'm noticing trends, right? And one of the trends that I'm seeing is pickup and delivery times are not set before we're booking the freight, before the broker's booking the freight. And that happened to I had breakfast with Big Rig CEO the other day, yesterday actually, and that happened to him. It happened to my driver, and several loads that I called on. Hell, there was one load that I called on. He goes, "Where's your driver? Empty." I told him, it's like, I looked at the deadhead was about 2 hours away with traffic because they had to go through Chicagoland. And and the guy was like, "Well, I still need to set the pickup appointment." So I was kind of nervous about whether this load was going to come through or not. I said, well, as long as it's not like within an hour, because my driver's about 2 hours away. And they're like, oh no, it'll be fine. So he gets it for 12:30. Barely got there in time. And the loads that I tend to avoid the most, both personally and for others, is appointment to be set. If you're looking at one of these broker apps and they say appointment to be set, you might not want that, because there's been times where a 500-mile load might be like appointment to be set. Oh, it'll be anytime Tuesday. You'd be all right. And then next thing you know, it's for Thursday morning. And then now you're giving the load back. And now that puts a knock on your number. So those shenanigans are probably one of the negative aspects of dealing with the spot market, is dealing with that kind of stuff. So always ask questions. If they can't tell me places, I tell them have a good day and hang up. Yeah, it's been rectified. $576. It's better than it was before. Usually is. T-Bone's funny shorts this morning. Let's see. Thanks, Britt. DIY top of the morning. Adam, good morning to you. I appreciated your video, and of course we signed up one of our carriers with you, so we'll see how that pans out. But it's DIY is not just an echo chamber of how horrible things are. If you want to look at it that way, he is doing something as much as he can about it. We can also, there's like, oh, brokers, I hate them all, and he's doing something about it. He is creating a platform that helps both driver and broker, and he's learning a lot about the industry. He's going into it with someone that's got a lot of experience in the industry, and and he's seeing that you don't just start a brokerage and then you're good to go, right? You're good to go. No, there's a lot more to it, and and so instead of sitting at home complaining about brokers, he's doing something about it. So that's how it is. Greg, good morning. How are you? Hope you are fine. Did you watch the series finale of Ozark? I thought it was great. Yes, First Class. I watched that, and then I just recently watched the season finale of Peaky Blinders. I have discovered that show. Everybody's like, "Oh, dude, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that." Nah, I don't know. I hate investing in a new show, but yeah, I thought they ended that very well. And we won't put any spoilers out there, but First Class, I thought they did very well. It didn't say appointment to be set. That was the problem. It was presented as a window. Yeah, that's one of the shenanigans, T-Bone, and I'm sorry that happened to you. Look at that. DIY says we landed our shipper yesterday. And how long have you been doing this, DIY? How long? It just shows you the things you can accomplish when you focus on it and not focus on a lot of things that don't matter, right? Like 99.9% of what goes on YouTube. Glad to be on board, DIY. There you go. Are you getting maiden tickets? Not yet. I'm waiting to get closer there, LVC. So we don't have the VAC. So if they're requiring that to get in, then it's a no-go. I don't want to spend that kind of money and then be told at the door that I'm an asshole. Oser, good morning. Hope you are well. I noticed that you've been a topic of discussion in some circles, so I hope it's not affecting you in any way. There you go. The Mag Rip put his email up there if you want to sign up with Adam's brokerage. There it is. Pigtail, good morning. How are you? Glad to see you in here. Man, this nice hat you're wearing looks just like mine. Yep. Pigtail says he likes nice hats. There we go. Yeah, and there's a lot of people are now starting to wake up to the things that I was seeing last year, and the high rates that we were seeing was hiding a lot of things that were going on, and now we're starting to peel the surface. And so I encourage everybody to do the math and you know and just keep your head on your shoulders, keep your head in the game, and you'll get through this, because just like in 2020 during those shutdowns, it was temporary, right? It was temporary. And some of you are going to go out of business. That's the rule. That's what happens. And hopefully, if you don't go out of business, you learn through this experience, and then you're good to go. Now, if you're in the broker, driver, carrier world, CDN Broker has presented me some presentations that we will play videos of, and we're going to do a live discussion so he can answer your questions. And I'm also thinking about doing a weekly kind of thing similar to what Order of Man does, um, structure wise, but it'd be related to trucking. I wanted to do something to collaborate, do some collaborations, and just kind of just be a voice, just be a beacon for the times that are coming. Not these echo chambers of just how horrible things are, but just more or less, what are solutions, what are strategies, what are plans B and C, that kind of thing. Miss Chucky, good morning. Cascade, good morning. We are having planning issues here with cargo coming on ships. They are slow steaming because of high fuel prices, so all planning is out the window. I never really considered the speed of the ships, Dutch. That's interesting. That is very interesting. DIY I have a couple of customers here in Boise area would go great in your network. Hit me up. Cool Trucking. You should go to his video or email the address at Nomadic Brit, and you hit him up. He's a very busy man. Fill out, have an email discussion with him, and you reach out to him, so you guys can maybe collaborate on something. Kid Rock won't play any venue with mandates. Yeah, I mean, some artists are doing that. Too bad Abe Main's not doing. I'm all good. I don't play drama games. Too busy running my business. There you go, Oster. Good deal. Good on you, man. Good on you. Is it time to expose these crooked brokers? Well, Jacob B., here's the deal. By understanding, and CDN, if you're in here, this is a great question that was presented to me. If you're looking at a load as a driver, and you call, you're on the load board and you call on a load. Hey, I'm looking at this load. What is the formula that you create your rate from? And that's an important thing, right? I would be curious, and so would the Big Rig Seal brought this up, on what the broker formula is to approach a shipper as far as price, right? And CDN is going to kind of break down those barriers for us. And so Jacoby, it's there are some crooked brokers out there, just like there are some crooked drivers. So it's part of the game, right? It's part of the game. If I use the NFL as an analogy all the time, but there are parts of the football league that you don't even realize it's happening. It goes beyond the stats. You don't know what's being said on the field. You don't know the little jabs and cheats that some of these football players do. And just like stuff that the referee misses, right? That happens in any game, including ours. And so and I imagine that if someone wanted to start an anonymous channel and start going after who they feel are crooked brokers, then go for it. Now, the DAP board has broker reviews. There are a lot of resources to There's a few times where I've been on low boards and I'll look at the reviews and I'll watch them. If it's got a 2-star and there's like 100 reviews, I'm probably going to avoid that broker for the most part. If it's a 4-star and there's 100 reviews, then that's probably going to be a good broker. And the thing is, a lot of those brokers aren't posted on the low board, people. I'm gonna blow your mind with this concept here. There is brokered freight that never makes it to the low board, but it's still brokered. Those are the loads you want. That low board should be the last resort in your business plan, right? And it goes to, there's a lot of depth to it. So next week in my morning coffee lives, CDN broker and I will answer some of these questions, because it'll be from a broker's perspective, not just what I think a broker's perspective is, because I don't know anything. I am not a jack of all trades. I'm an experienced spot market guy that does okay for himself, right? Or for others. And understanding the other side is one of the most important things that you can do if you want to survive on the storm that's coming. So, just Strucker, good morning. Good morning, Tennessee. How's the like world turning? We're not doing too bad. Again, Cool Trucking. I don't have Adam's cell phone number, so email DIY. Put your email out there, and let Cool Trucking copy and paste that. If you want Cool Trucking, I can text you his email. So, but if you have an opportunity for him, reach out to him. Okay. There you go. Good deal, sir. That's how it's done. All business owners should have a DNU list. Yep. And I have a DNU list. You should have a DNU list. And most of the time, you got to learn it the hard way, right? I'll never do this load again, And it sucks because the shenanigans that go on can sometimes cost you a lot of money. So, DIY, the best loads never see a low board. Agreed. What? Low board freight not on the low board? Reports of diesel shortage, just want to add some doom and gloom. Yes, LVC, we are well aware of that. So make sure you got your fuel planning game on point, especially if you're running the Northeast. So just saying. And here's a theory out there, wackadoo theory, okay? You're going to start to see a volume transfer because of fuel shortages in the Northeast. In other words, you're going to see some high paying freight going to there because no one will want to go there. Just like, going into a hurricane zone, which is getting ready to begin, by the way, on that side note there, which could disrupt the really good Southeast market that's going on right now. So just know that these diesel shortages are going to affect rates one way or the other, and it could potentially put you in a negative situation. So just there you go. There you go, Pneumatic Brit, putting all up there. Mr. Charles, Jacoby, it doesn't matter if you expose them, another will take their place. Plus, it's part of the problem thinking that it's a war between truckers and brokers. Good morning, Snorelord and everyone. G-Star, what's up? Greens from Circleville, Ohio, getting that Green Bay, Wisconsin load. It's terrible out here, so you got to wait that sweet load and stay home until emoticons. G-Star, yeah, Ohio's kind of a... I've never seen Ohio do this. I mean, I've seen it do it a little bit when they had the flooding in the cornfields or whatever. for a brief period, but man, it is like it's and that's why this live feed's not going to go more than past 8 o'clock Central. So because I got to get a person out of Ohio, and it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be the best, but it's something, and that's the thing. It's something, and luckily fuel is not $8 a gallon yet in Ohio. So, um, but yeah, it's interesting to see that, and that's why you should have knowledge of the entire country, not just one area. I was accused one time by somebody else that I didn't know other markets because I only tend to run one when I'm running my own truck. Now, let me make this very clear. I do not run the trucks that I dispatch like I run mine for the most part. Now, do I stick to the customers I know? I try to. Do I stick to the brokers I know? I try to, but only because I've got good relationships with them. But my needs are not your needs. I dispatch the truck according to their needs and what they need out of life, what they need out of their business. And so let it be known that I have the ability to go, hey, Ohio kind of sucks right now, so let's stay out of it. Not, well, Ohio's done, so I guess I'm not going to do anything, because that's what the old me used to do. Okay. But I'm not that guy anymore. I've learned a lot in the last 5 years that I've been at Like Trucking. So just putting that out there. But Ohio is still doable, but because you are looking for something specific. Now, Wisconsin market's not too bad. So, and again, look at the load ratios. If you got Trucker's Edge, look at the load ratios. If you got 1, 2, 3, look at the load ratios, and that will tell you the story of the areas that you need to stay in. I mean, that's as simple as that. I got a couple good loads booked for the weekend, a little better than 280 a mile. Short hops, Georgia to Florida, and Florida back to Georgia. We got like half of our fleet does a lot of that. Tennessee. It works. So Elvis, here in California, you're doomed already, right? Beast mode. If there was only a way the government could regulate rates on brokers, no, don't even go there. Because obviously the government regulations are doing us so good now, are they? There you go, DIY putting it out there. Cool Trucking, what's wrong with just emailing him? Jacob Lanes, was anyone asking about brokers and rates when you woke with a dial secured 350, 450 a mile when rates drop? Brokers on the main issue. Yeah, I mean, and that's an argument that it just goes on and on and on and on, right? So never delivered a Kellogg's in Cincinnati, Ohio. That's a hard lesson they had to learn, right? But John, here's how I look at that, right? John, it was Sunday, and you learned a few lessons from that. I hope you learned a few lessons from that, right? The cat makes its appearance. Good morning, Renato. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name. I'm horrible at that. And the cat agrees. California's not that week. Hey, cat, what do you want? Going out? You want to appear on YouTube? He's like, hell no. Screw YouTube. That's my second job, by the way, people. G Star, what's up? All right, Jacob B. Lanes. Was anybody asking about brokers and rates? Okay. Same question. Cascade SE. Southeast, baby. Southeast. Yep, Levis put out. Look, there's fuel shortage notices out there from the actual companies that sell you fuel. So that's not some conspiracy theory. That's not some wackadoo doom and gloom thing. That is a legit thing that you need to keep an eye on, whether you're company or owner op. Fuel planning needs to be on point. I know a driver that moved back to Missouri after moving to California 2 months ago. To answer the question about how brokers approach rates to shippers, many factors: high volume freight versus few times a month, or capacity at origin versus destination, cargo value, delivery deadlines. Yeah, it's probably a very complex formula. Diesel Bro, can you be a broker and a truck driver at the same time? I know one guy that was actually, but that was like, I don't know, 12 years ago that I ran into that person. So that's a good question for the people that are doing it. So I know I'm not doing it. Owner operator is going to keep up with this broker transparency, and then when rates are good, they will come for owner operators. Let's take a look at your books. You're making too much money. And Diver's right, man. It's yeah. You want some real doom and gloom? Computers are asking us regularly to prove we're not robots. Oh man, I can't speak for all brokers, but for me, there's a significant needs assessment to determine where to begin establishing rates for a lane or project. I learned the hard way. In summary, there is no cookie cutter formula to quoting rates to a shipper. There you go. So it's a very complex answer. Yeah, anything in Cincinnati is not great. Just putting that out there. Diesel's not as a single person and be good at both, but building both with the right people in place, yes. Any Kroger, be prepared to wait, right? T-Bone, welcome back. What's up? Welcome back. Any food warehouses, prefer to wait, right? Not. I mean, other than Costco. Costco is a good place. Walmart can be, depending on what side of if you're reefer van. Walmart tends to be on and off. So, just drive, damn truck, quit worrying. It's just trucking. There you go. Mr. Wilson says it all right there. The cat with the attitude. Are you at home, pneumatic? And look, you can't sit there and say, well, never deliver to Kroger, because sometimes that works, right? Sometimes, if it's a broker that will give you detention without a fight, and you don't have anything booked beyond it, then you're good to go. When it comes to grocery warehouses, I tend to try to find the middle of the day deliveries so that if there's a long wait, it's easy to book behind that or ahead of that. It's like, look, if I'm delivering Wednesday at noon at a grocery warehouse, then I'll just pick Thursday morning. And then you can get your detention and get a little bit more money. Now, the only time that doesn't work is if it kills your daily rate while you're out there, and that's where it really hurts, that you have to do that you didn't expect to. So I mean, there's more to the game than just picking a load and like hoping for the best, and that's the part that we want to look at. Loading motor coach today and headed to Ormond Beach. Awesome. Mac Britt, Thomas Wilson. Have a good time. Enjoy retirement. All those today complain about brokers likely have no direct customers and have no idea how many months it takes to get a customer with good credit and willing to pay carriers decent rates. For all those idiots who voted for a lot of them still don't see it, Rick. A lot of them still don't see it. Hey guys with wrenches, screw you. Okay. Never delivered a Kroger. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, Cascade, do you? Right? Look, it's all part of the game, right? We can only talk and sometimes, emotional reactions are easy to come by, and they're hard to fight sometimes. Do I get mad? Yeah, I have one of them punching, kicking things out here on the back porch that I've had to hit a couple of times, and there's a lot of things coming at you right now as an owner operator, as a carrier, and as a broker. And the more everybody goes off on brokers, the more likely they're going to just put their email address, so because they don't want the phone call. And that's getting annoying, but I understand why they're doing it. Everything that annoys me, having to understand why it annoys me or why it's happening is key to remaining calm and not flying off the deep end there. Reminder, International Road Blitz next week, 17th through the 19th. So that's Tuesday through Thursday. We will do something based around that. We'll do one of our morning coffee lives around that. Welcome back says it's great being a company driver. You don't have too much further along to go too, right? Welcome back. But look, take trucking out of the equation. We've got some hard times coming, and just be prepared. That's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, CDN, it would, and I apologize for not doing it this morning, but I didn't know how long this was going to last because again, I can't. If I'm on a day that there's no dispatch going on, then we'll hit it, right? We'll hit it. So, and I want to give you a heads up that we're going to hit it. So make sure I'm not stepping on your schedule. So more likely it'll be Monday morning, right? So it just depends. When I called the office last week, they said they were swamped with calls looking for owner operator positions. Yes, a lot of people are jumping in the spot market and going to contract as much as they possibly can. All carriers that are spot market, 100% spot market, that is something that you have to take consideration. So if you build a carrier up to 10 trucks, make sure it can survive at 5, right? Do those numbers before you decide to expand, because times like this you lose trucks, you lose owner operators. Never do food warehouses loads at Costco. What annoys me is brokers posting 2-day 600-mile runs for $500. Just saying, to be fair, it also annoys me that some drivers will take it. T-Bone, how do you know that they're taking it? Number one. Number two, so those specific loads, they will fill specific needs. For example, if I pick up a load in Rolla, Missouri, that's only going to Joplin, and it's only paying like $600, but it picks up Friday morning, delivers Monday, that works for me because you know why? Because I go home with that load. Now, to do that a 34 under a load like that, and that goes to the whole saying that right now what we're seeing on the load boards are scraps. The scraps that can't get covered, the scraps that the mega carriers can't, or any of the contract carriers can't pull. And that's fixing to change a little bit to a certain degree, because as contract rates out are more expensive for the shipper than spot rates right now. So there might be a few changes going on, but for the most part, because of what's happening overseas, that essentially could get worse. But that's why when you see a load like that posted on the load board, don't sweat it, man. Just don't call it. And or if you call on it and that's the way it is, tell them have a nice day. You can even say good luck. But that's been happening since I was at Landstar, right? And that's why a lot of people avoid the shore haul. When the shore haul disappears, it's going to be tough, and that's what that's what I'm running into around here for my own truck. So it's great to own my business and not be stressed about all this. There you go, Mr. Chuck. I think DIY's idea is a good one. Can't wait to see it succeed. There you go. I avoid almost all loads that are email only contacts. That load, if any good, will likely be gone before I ever get any response. In this market, yes. I've had decent luck with the email. So I'm, the thing with the email is, the great thing about that is you can email it Put a note so you don't forget why you emailed this dude or dudette, whatever it is, and you can still look for loads. You're not tying up your phone, right? Van reefer seem to have crazy wait times compared to us on tanker. That's always been true in Pneumatic Brit. Every dry van friend that I had that went over to the tanker side absolutely love it, and they stay there. Goodson All Terran Logging, which was on Swamp Loggers, closed its doors Monday. 37 years in business, fuel costs, and mill closures because unbearable. Wow. Always remember when a load is posted, there is a shipper and consignee provided the broker with instructions. Also, many rates. They are shipper driven, saying that this is what they will pay in a lane. There you go. I get it. If it's a go home load, maybe it's just where I was located at the time, but there were so many. Yes. And some of the areas are getting really bad about that. I mean, it's a struggle. Friday booking is stressful for me because of that very reason. Because I want to be able to maximize the profit for the weekend, and it seems like you got to do a longer run to do that. And so if you're in the middle of the country, it's going to put you in a not so good area usually to keep the weekend, to keep your daily rate going. So there's a whole strategy. There's a whole strategy to all of it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, Thomas Wilson is very connected, very well connected. That's because they've needed it. What is in that tank yesterday, pneumatic Brit, as opposed to warehouse full of stuff. I agree with that. So, good morning, happy Friday, Mike Tucker. What's up, man? Almost said trucker, but that would have been wrong. Amplify Warehouse in Whitestown, Indiana is one of those long wait warehouses, and you get paid by the hour, so you're probably in pretty good shape, right? There's a lot of changes, and we can go into conspiracy and think that they caused the problem and then create the heroic solution. That seems to be the MO for the government for the last, I don't know, 100 years, right? Especially the last 20. Create the problem and then come in saving with the solution, which is usually not a solution, just a prolonging the misery kind of thing. So for the person that was wanting broker regulation by the government, good luck with that. Steve, y'all take care. I got to go back to load and leave out early tomorrow morning. Plus, it's breakfast time. Thomas Wilson, you have a good day. Thank you for everything that you do. I appreciate you. Ohio plus day after that 2 a.m. appointment thing. Just frustrating. Stayed with it, and it's worked out now. There you go. And yeah, sometimes you just got to make the best of a bad situation, really. I mean, sometimes that's your only chance or choice. Yeah, I'm dropping and hooking back to Joliet. Hey, welcome back. Does the Hollywood Casino still allow truck parking after the vid? That was kind of my go-to parking space. It's always safe and quiet back there. Excuse me. In that area. So, but anyways, we're getting close to 8 o'clock. If there's nothing else that you guys want to bring on or bring up, man, I can't talk this morning. We'll end the speed. Sean Oldfield, yes, no. Joliet, I know that Ameristar in Kansas City don't allow overnight parking anymore. They blocked off most of the parking. There's enough room for 10 trucks. Then they opened the Loves right next to Ameristar. That sucked because that was kind of my go-to hiding spot for Kansas City. Now I've got a couple of warehouses that I can hide out in. Shipper wait times do not seem to change based off if rates are high or low. It is either the shipper consignee process is too long or that is their strategy to overbook due to carriers not showing. That's a good perspective. I don't know. I don't gamble, but I don't gamble either that much. But yeah, welcome back. It's got me some parking. I do a lot of live offloads, so I offload on my dime. Anyways, do I dare put the link out there? Right? Do I dare do that? Copy. Paste. All right. Come on, make it short, because in 10 minutes I got to be out of here. Or you run the risk of me just leaving the feed and letting you run it. We got 51 people in here. Please hit the thumbs up. Please get this message out. And please, let's do this here. Please subscribe to my other channel. It's a little bit inactive. I haven't done anything on it for a while, but I'll put up the link here. There we go. Copy. Paste. 50 people in here. Subscribe to the other channel for me to talk about stuff beyond this trucking space. So, and it looks like no one wants to come in, so this will be a shorter video. Miss Charles, well done for the week, 44 miles, and I will be home. Good deal. Do you want to put your numbers out there, Chucky? If not, I understand. Tagalong, guy I know drives for a company that owns 100 semis, and he says they fired both day and night dispatchers. Is true. Yeah, it's tough to blame the dispatchers with this market if they're working off the spot market. So I mean, there's that going on, right? So there's that. So we don't let that run too hard. Anyways, guys, I think we're gonna end this feed. So I appreciate everybody. I hate to leave everybody hanging when I've got 53 people in here, but guys, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I appreciate your input. Hopefully that we can change some perspectives and not just be an echo chamber, talk about how crappy everything is, because you can only dwell in that misery for so long, and then you have to do something about it, whether positive or negative, right? And the more positive things you can do towards it or for yourself, the better, right? So go out on top, Smoothie. Go out on top. Thank you. I will. Let's see. There you go. The rate volatility is proof brokers are not the enemy. Brokers paid high when they could. Demand changed and rates have changed based on shippers pushing back. There you go. This week only have 45, been hitting 900,000 a day still. And so have I, right? So have I. So it is possible to make some money. There are many, many tools and much knowledge to be shared out there. And again, next week, CDN Freight Broker and I will be doing some collaborations on knowledge. If you want to ask these broker questions, he will be on hand. We will be playing a demonstration with him of a video that he's made, answering a lot of the questions that people seem to have right now. And that will be next week. So make sure you subscribe and we'll get into that. So, and then we'll give you a chance to ask your questions, and we might even get CDN on here to at least answer them on the chat or live on the video. All right. So thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody that's coming in, that's hit the thumbs up. I appreciate LVC and his emoticons with the smash the thumbs button. And it helps the analytics. It helps get our message out there, because there's a lot of crap going around on the YouTube space. And so hopefully we can stand out from that. So with that being said, I will leave you with this lovely, peaceful, beautiful music that you can just, have your cup of coffee and look out the windshield and just enjoy and absorb all the positive things in life. Peace.